place for a decent amount of time longer. So pretty difficult to look to play against. And okay, well, they realized that one of these heroes has to be put into the off lane, but yeah, for sure. I mean, the one worry potentially is, right, like, what do you have that's going to stop this
Yes.
And Ryu?
Like, Enchantress could potentially just run away, right?
Yo, we're
both teams, I'd say T1 probably have the slight edge with a lot of the
Ryu,
slow ability.
Starting to stack up the poison. Wymon's already got level 2 as well, so that is enough to secure the kill. And another one to end Ryu's Broodmother. Alright, let's see. What's the play, T1? Zephyr's gonna do the job. Oh, he's gonna run back into the Primal. Oh no, Zephyr big brains the Ursa. Alright, Zephyr doesn't need no help. He'll do it himself.
Could have just TP'd.
Oh, it's another lane that's going exceptionally well for the boys on Radiant. He's bottom. Action continuing to break out. And Ryu really starting to ramp up the damage onto Gabby. But it's actually Whitemon. I mean, off to the side. Both have the level 6 at the moment. Carl has gone for the 3 points in the dagger for this lane. Bottom though. And Ryu's in trouble once again. You can't man fight now with all these poison stacks. Gabby's able to find the last little bit of damage. And Ryu's... I don't know if he's going to have a game now, Danog. 3 deaths. But how ridiculously talented these pro players are. Making moves like that. I thought he was 100% dead. And now you've seen a rotation top. So now it makes it that much more difficult for Ryu. Solo versus the 2 heroes. He's going to die again.
What a god. The prediction god coming through. I'll step down from my throne.
Alright, mid lane. Rana needs to get on the backside here to set up for the arrow with the range creep position. And Jing will do just that. Not diffuser. Okay, Zephyr. Let's go scout them out. We've revealed the ward in the high ground. No way they could have got that nightmare just like that, so... Zephyr will go down for the consequence of the eventual...
Observer Ward just expired as well that was placed in the lane super early on by Whitemon. So maybe they'll catch out Gabby.
Well, it has to be a deep dive attempt. Oh, the Avalanche just out of range of the Fiend's group. Whitemon will still TP in. So it's able to cancel a decent amount of the duration, but they still have issues with how much damage the Lesh is really starting to ramp up at this stage in the game. As Carl TPs through, drops the Sonic Wave, clipping onto multiple heroes, but still the Broodmother has been untouched this team fight, getting a double down.
Position 4, this is a pretty early timing as well coming out for the Spirit Vessel. Only 600 or so gold away for Jing.
Zephyr.
Earlier than any kind of BKBs
Zephyr, no. Nightmare Avatar mode. See if he places correctly. Yes, sir, he does. The vision, of course, sir. Very nicely done.
He ventured a buyout though, so he's not going to lose to get a lot of those early items.
Alright, time to smoke. Pick off into Roche they're looking for. Gabby the target. The rest of the team smoke next to Gabby. They started to evacuate away from the area, and now they can look to move back.
They know.
Asta's already started on Roche though. Does he look to continue making the play? No, it's going to leave the pit as a bang. It's the first casualty. Zephyr's still moving on forward for Avatar mode. He definitely could have gotten it as well. No one moved in the pit.
They see this TP coming through here, and Whitemon should know that that was happening, so to get her out in time.
Asta's under a Radiant Sentry. It's about to expire, but they've got so much value out of it before it does. Orchid out, no threat of the Rage. Bye-bye, Ursa. Blown up. He's kicking himself here. Of course, we have this bird's eye perspective, but he would have been able to kill Roshan and then get out for it. But then, lands a Fiend's Grip. This is Kuku as well. And first step of the game for the Enchantress, and Kuku did have.
Yeah, of course. You definitely need to transition it, though, especially once
we've
got the Orchid.
Pick off after pick off. Let's go, baby. Shadow Demon's gone. They're eyeing up Carl.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's gonna
They need to move over the pit pretty fast, though. Roche is starting to fall. It's going to be Zephyr's job. Can he steal it? Oh, the arrow! Jing gives Asa the opportunity. Pick up the Aegis. Now leap on forward for more for another kill. With the backline, they've slept up Gabby. Whitemon's going to try and TP in to provide him some assistance. In fact, he's going to hold back Asta instead. But Gabby's able to retreat away from the area. Of course, it will cost Whitemon his life. Time, a Ben? He's in no man's land.
Radiant's bot.
On the finish mill. He's pretty goddamn speedy though.
Nice ward from
Oh, now Whitemon's just going to be picked off, and bang. And the rest of the goons are looking at TP3. Now Kuku's in trouble as well. Carl's going to look to try and cancel this with the Orchid. He's able to do so, but Kuku's already taken the full brunt of the damage. Avatar mode still got to be cautious, but with the help of Enryu, they can just step on inside the ring, bring down the monkey, and now a little bit of net worth in front of me. That gets me to my next item. Enryu? Reyna going to try and take the fight around the high ground, but like you said, they don't have the Sonic Wave for that full burst. He runs back into the arrow. Whitemon needs to try and help the Queen of Pain, but Whitemon completely avoids the saving aspect to potentially turn this fight back around, as now it's a disaster for T1. Gabby, standing with Zephyr. The Wukongs is anchoring some portion of this fight. Just going to try and get it out to safety with the Shadow Blade, but the rest of Neon homing. Make sure there is no retreat.
It's not even just the fact that you got the first Aegis, right? It's when you got it. It was that,
Gabby farming pretty aggressively in the lane. Kuku nearby, but what Enchantress can do to really withstand these aggressive maneuvers is Neon continuing to control the map. They're going to eye up Kuku instead as a bang just gets him Rain.
I still don't know what become incredibly single targets, so something like a Broodmother absolutely wrecks you.
Actually, maybe bottom. Asta's in trouble. Gabby's got a ridiculous amount of burst, and Ursa, yeah, Enrage was on cooldown too, so there we go. Real first solid. He was able to get involved through the early fights, which gave you this 5-on-5 potential and just a way to get early Roche, which was something you needed, as Kuku's still going to go down. Almost run to the arrow as well. And they've had big brood issues for a majority of this game now, but I think the one thing that I was really a fan of for T1's lineup was just how well their lanes were going to go. And
Carl, like that was his level 2 Sonic Wave as well, so it's a lot of damage.
So Roche was being claimed at the same time. A bang.
Yep.
You're on to Gabby. BKB available. Maybe if Dara have gone too deep, they don't have the Ursa to connect just yet, and now Bane's gone. Lesh is gone as well. T1, can they withstand the Broodmother pushing on to even out the trade? Enryu continuing to beat onto Gabby, BKB, Scotty. There seeming to be no escape for the Tiny, but they're going deeper and deeper inside the base. BKB soon to expire for the Orchid. Takes out the Tiny. Now Carl's going to try and blink out to safety. Just gets away. Dude, Enryu.
A little bit too antsy. Yeah. What can you do against this Broodmother? Now he's even going for the AC build. You love to see it against this. They're
eyeing up the Brood. I do not know how they ever kill Brood. Dude, Ash is like, thank you, free kills for me. Kuku Sans unable to pummel into them with the impetus. That's still at level 2 at the moment.
King was still holding forward after the Aegis was claimed. So
Kuku.
Potential to maybe take the tier 3.
Dude, the Brood is eyeing up more food. You don't have the easiest stunts to sell for the arrow, but when you've got Scotty along with the Silken Bowler, those slows plentiful to make sure there is no escape. And Gabby's been able to respawn. Let's see how they can take this fight. Of course, keep in mind they've got the Aegis advantage. Opportunity. Let's see, Gabby, you're going to stick around. Enryu's able to pop the BKB. They'll just turn to blow up Zephyr. Oh boy.
They can't do it without Sonic Wave, right? Like, even just the smaller things like pushing the Broodmother away once he pops that insatiable hunger. There's nothing stopping him from just standing and man-fighting right now. Great positioning from Ubbing again on his lane.
Oh? I'm faking the blink forward. Forces him now to use the BKB. Beng's waiting the wings as well. He's ready with this Fiend's Grip. I don't care though. Objective-based gaming. They still don't have the 5 members on tier 1 to make this defense. And how do you start the fight on into Enryu? I mean, this Brood is ridiculously beefy. So bring down Kuku. Carl's able to reposition. Asta's going to be a bit cautious. I'm going to dive under the tier 4 tower. He's going to respect at least the lineup at tier 1.
Well, mission accomplished with that. You don't even lose your Aegis.
They're not going to be set up now for this high ground defense. They were in a position previously. The Ursa's going to take a lot of damage here with the combo. Enough to get rid of the first life. Can you protect Gabby though? Whitemon's going to be in a position. Banishment out to safety. Now Zephyr's going to charge up the Wukongs as well. Carl, nice prioritization. It's going to look to cancel out the life of the Bane, but they've still got issues with the Brood along with the Ursa as well. As Kuku still hasn't fallen just yet. They're looking to do their best to kite the Brood Mother, but on the backline, Carl bashed up from Asta. Still has a buyback available. Gabby's going to eye up Jing too. Detection nearby, so Gabby's able to lock onto the Mirana. And now it turns back. I don't know, man. Brood's goddamn tanky. 3,800 health. A toss deeper inside the base, and that is the one way they can get it done. Multiple buybacks are going to be expended here for the defense of T1. Can they still take this fight, though? Neon have a huge net worth lead. They're just going to turn it back on Gabby. A split earth into the arrow combination. But Avatar mode, he is lacking mana, so they don't have the way to take away the life of Gabby. 2 gone, make it a 3rd, and now high ground and mega creeps have been defended.
Them a lot of buybacks, right? He's got the BKB finally, he had the Wukong set up, and he got the Boundless onto the Bane. I think without all of those 3 things happening... He
sees Avatar mode. They're going to get positioning Asta. Who's the more valuable kill? Looks like the Leshrac is going to be the one they look to blow up. Still got the BKB along with the Bloodstone. The Lesh is gone now. Asta doesn't have anyone to back him up as well. Hang on a second. What's going on? T1, are they going to find another window back into this game? Ursa can't lock onto Kuku. They both don't have buybacks.
Are they close at least? Okay, the Leshrac is 20 gold away. But it's still a little bit of a concern. I mean, I wonder if they're going to try and fortify this right now or if they're going to save it for the high ground. Both of those side lanes is pushing in relatively nicely, particularly the bot.
Dire's structures are fortified.
He's got buybacks on Neon's side. He could maybe afford to look to put his body on the line there, just to keep that wave pushed in. I wouldn't hate to see him go for like a smoke around the back and cut the creep wave.
Dire's middle tower.
Honestly, might just be okay with losing the 1 set though, and that's all you can lose. You got tier 2 top, you got tier 2 bottom.
You think they don't just keep going though?
I think you don't.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Using the haste there, he really wants to take away that vision to enable them to have an effective team fight.
They still have the ward on the backline though. This is huge for T1. They haven't de-warded it just yet. Carl's gonna pounce. Eyeing up the Queen of Pain. The Broods are targeted at the moment from Gabby. They haven't bursted through Enryu. Now if they can get rid of Zephyr before the Wukongs, but it won't even matter. Ends up dying. A 1-for-1 trade. They're locking onto Gabby. A force. Banishment still all available. But how does he get in range? The grasping jaws of Neon pushing on forward for more. Tiny goes down. He's got a buyback to rejoin, but now they're going to be eyeing up the Queen of Pain. Bashes galore. Ursa secures the kill. Kuku's going to stand his ground, but he doesn't have the damage.
Oh, not even the Shadow Strike's going to tick him out there at the end. I think, is that the Satanic completed for him as well? He's got not too much gold. I must have just bought the Abyssal Blade as he goes back and tries to get a few more swings in onto the creeps. There's even Roche up if they were wanting to take it, but with this few defenders and up against a double siege creep wave with a Leshrac and a Broodmother, that's going to be an easy mega creep.
That's potentially game. At least Whitemon's with the Tiny. The Banishment may be repositioned, but BKB still on cooldown, so it's just going to make it even easier to set up for the Split Earthers. With Gabby goes down, so does the hopes of Tier 1 finding an angle back into this game. For Neon, they will tie the series 1-1, and we are continuing to see Tier 1 struggle in some of these games.
Yeah, they're trying a few new things, but that offlane Enchantress just ain't it. You know, in my opinion, an offlane Enchantress needs to be against something very specific. You know, something that you're able to do more than just bully in the laning stage. Like, they chose that hero when they knew that there was a Broodmother into this game, and they chose to swap the lane matchups here. Obviously, maybe just valuing the Ursa. I feel like you need to put a whole lot more emphasis onto that Enryu Broodmother, because we saw even when he was chain feeding in the laning stage, he was still getting a lot of that farm, and eventually, once he got to that stage where he was much harder to kill, good luck trying to deal with that Broodmother. And, well, T1, it's not going to be just that, though. They are going to have a